Hello everyone and welcome back. I am as always Inquisitor Ara, and this is how to roleplay in World of Warcraft Transmogrification Sanctuary. And today we are going to be taking a look at what I call the Arcane Archmage Transmog set, which is a perfect purple and gold transmog for all mages out there. This transmog set is fairly easy to get, as it consists of pieces of PvP, of tier sets from both Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, as well as some dungeon pieces. Here is the item set. For the head slot, you will be using the Vengeful Gladiator's Silk Cowl. For the shoulders, it is the Conqueror's Kirintor shoulder pads. The chest and gloves are both from the Tempest Regalia. The belt is the Belt of False Dignity. The cloak, not shown here, is the Winding Sheet. The feet are the double padded slippers, and the staff is the engraved gargoyle femur. Now that you know what you're looking for, let's talk about where you can get it. The Vengeful Gladiator's Silk Cowl is the Season 3 Mage PvP set helmet. It is purchased from Keswick the Striker in Area 52 for the price of 1,000 honor. Alternatively, you can go with the Cowl of the Tempest, which is the designated set piece that goes with the chest and the belt shown here. It is the Helm of the Forgotten Vanquisher. It drops off of Arcmond in the old Mount Highjaw raid and has a 74.3% drop chance. You turn this into Tiradormu in the Mount Highjaw raid foyer. I prefer the PvP helmet, however, because it is a much less purple and it fits the overall scheme of this transmog a little better. Next are the Conqueror's Kirintor shoulder pads. These are part of the Mage Tier 8 set that drop out of Ulduar. This is the mantle of the Wayward Vanquisher and drops off of Yogg-Saron 25 man. It has a 46.61% drop chance. These get turned into Paul Des in Dalaran inside the Threads of Fate shop. The robes and gloves of the Tempest belong to the Mage Tier 6 raid set that drops out of the Burning Crusade. The robes are the chest guard of the Forgotten Vanquisher and drop off of Illidan Stormrage in Black Temple and have a 73.67% drop chance. The gloves are the gloves of the Forgotten Vanquisher, and they drop off of Asgalore in Mount Highjaw in the second part during the Orc encampment and have a 76.97% drop chance. The belt is the Belt of False Dignity. This drops off of Grand Widow FAERLINA in the Arachnid quarter of NAXXRAMAS and has a 23% drop chance, or it drops off of Gluth in the Construct quarter, whose loot table is the entire raid with a 1.4% drop chance. This belt looks much better with this set than the Belt of the Tempest, which drops in Sunwell Plateau, because the Tempest belt doesn't really match, and I like the look of the crystals on this one. It goes very well with the arcane crystal look. The cloak is the Winding Sheet. This drops off of Rotface in Icecrown Citadel and has a 19% drop chance. Or you can use the Gale-proof cloak, which has the same model as the Winding Sheet, but drops off of Sartharian in the Obsidian Sanctum and has a 14% drop chance. The boots I've used are the double padded slippers. Now these drop off of the Iron Reaver in Looking for Raid Hellfire Citadel version. It is on the personal loot table. I like the armored look for this, but really you can substitute any boot or slipper that you like here as long as the toe that sticks out from the robe matches. And finally, we have the engraved gargoyle femur. This staff drops off of Scourgelord Tyrannus in Heroic Pit of Sauron only and has a 28% drop chance. Now, let's take a look at some alternatives. First alternatives we're going to take a look at are the belts. First alternative belt you could use is the Lurker's Cord. it drops off of Hyakis the Lurker, a rare elite boss in Karazhan, and has a 26% drop rate. To get Hyakis to spawn, you need to go into Karazhan, go into the basement or servants' quarters, and kill all the mobs until it spawns. Hyakis will be stealthed and in a corner, so you will need to go and find him. The next belt is the Cord of the Patronizing Practitioner. This drops off of Lord Merogar, 10-man heroic, Ice Crown Citadel, and has a 13% drop chance. And the last belt is the Malefic Girdle, which drops off of Terrestrian Ilhoof in Karazhan and has a 15% drop chance. Next, we're going to be looking at staves and main hand offhand combinations. The first staff alternative that you can go for is Soul's Mage Staff. Now, you want the one that drops out of normal Everbloom. However, this one only has a 7% drop chance, so you will probably have to go in there several times to try and get it. And it drops off of Archmage Soul or any of the mage mobs. The second staff I present for you to consider is the Grand Magister's Staff of Torrents. It drops in Sunwell Plateau off of Felmist and has a 17% drop chance. Don't like staves? Maybe you're more of a sword mage. I have some alternatives for that too. The first one is Mana Wrath. It is a one-handed sword, and it drops off of Panthaleon the Calculator in the Mechanar and has a 14% drop rate. The second is the Warp Storm Blade. It drops off of Nexus Prince Schaefer in the Manitomb's Heroic and has a 13% drop chance. And the last one is the Pilfered Ethereal Blade. This is a quest reward from the quest Declawing Doomclaw in Netherstorm. And what is a good transmog guide without a little mount matching? Once again, I will be covering both ground mounts and flying mounts. The first ground mount is the Void Talon of the Dark Star. Now, I do not have this one myself, as it is very hard to get. It is a random Warlords of Draenor spawn near level 100 areas in all Draenor zones. All you have to do is go into the zone, defeat the creature that is inside it, and bam, you have the mount. That is a mount that both factions can get, but it is rare, so you will need to hunt it down, and it could take some time. The next ground mount is Horde only, and for that I do apologize, Alliance players. This is the purple skeletal warhorse, and it is one of the racial warhorses for the Forsaken and can be bought in Brill once you are exalted with the Undercity. For flying mounts, I have gone back to the Netherwing Drakes. This one is the Violet Netherwing Drake. Once again, you get this in Shattrath City once you're already exalted with the Netherwing Drake faction, or you go back out to Netherwing Ridge until you are exalted with the faction, and then you can purchase it there for 200 gold. I like the colors on this particular Drake because the purple matches the front of the purple robe very well, and the saddle matches the gold on the robes quite nicely. Well, folks, that is going to be it for me for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if you like what you see and you want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, don't forget to comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. I love it when you guys give me suggestions, and I do take all of them to heart, even if I don't get to them immediately. Anyways, I am as always Inquisitor Aura. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great week, have a great weekend, and we will see you again in Azeroth.